Hey YouTubers, Glenda here. I want to talk for just a minute to, probably these will be, a lot of people will be unbelievers that I'm talking to about this. I have been contacted a number of times by or about people, especially young people, who see into the spirit realm. They see demonic forces. They sometimes hear them talk to them, things like that. I'm not talking about hallucinations, although some of them think that's what's happening, and some of their parents obviously think that's what's happening. And I just wanted to make this video to tell you, if you are one of those people, young or not, and you see into the other realm, you see demonic spirits. They look pretty much like what you see in horror movies a lot of the time. Not always, but a lot of the time they do. Generally, if you are shown these things, you have a gift for spiritual warfare. The people who can see them are people who are called to fight them. And most people don't realize that. I saw them a long time before I came into this walk with Jesus. And I didn't know what I was seeing. Well, I was pretty sure I knew what it was, but I didn't know why I was seeing it or why they were there or anything like that, because I had no Bible knowledge, so I had no way to understand. So I just wanted to make this video to let you know, if you see these things, and especially if you've seen them since you were in your teen or preteen years or something like that, understand that that is part of a very strong gift of discernment. Discernment is being able to tell good from evil. But people who have a very strong gift for discernment can actually see those spirits a lot of the time. You don't see them all the time. We would need a lot of prayer if we saw them all the time, because there are so many and they're everywhere. People who have prayed to see them all the time, the stories that I've heard, within 3 days they begged God to take that gift back, because it was overwhelming what they saw. So the purpose of this video is to tell you, if you're seeing those, and if you're hearing them talk, laugh at you, mock you, it doesn't mean that you're crazy. It doesn't mean that you're hallucinating, though obviously there are cases like that. It may mean that you have a gift that God placed in you because He wants to use you to war against the dark realm, to war for His kingdom. If you are interested in this, number one, you need to be a Christian, which means you need to give your life to Jesus if you haven't already. Number two, you need to try to get the sin out of your life, because you can't fight against an enemy and at the same time be in cohorts with that same enemy. You can't be in agreement with him, which is when we're sinning, we're in agreement with the enemy in some area. You need to do your best to walk without sin. And when you give your life to Jesus, He helps you get free of sin a little at a time. And you need to learn about spiritual warfare. There are many good books on the subject. I also have a series of videos called Spiritual Warfare. There are about, I think there are 6 videos in the series. It's kind of a basic, kind of a primer type thing on spiritual warfare. And I think the last video in the series actually tells you how to war against them. So if you see them and you don't know why you see them, you might want to check this out, because I've run into a number of cases where this was the case, and I was like that. I could see them for years before I became a Christian, and of course my family just thought that I was seeing things, and sometimes I wondered if I was seeing things, but the fact is the Lord had placed a gift in me, and the gift apparently is placed in you a long time before you become a Christian. So the gift was active. And I would see into that realm, and I would hear some things in that realm and not know why. And once I stepped into what I'm called to do and began to war against them, I understood what the gift was for and why I had been able to see them. So I hope this video helps you. If you have any questions, feel free to write me. It may take me days to respond to you, sometimes longer, because I get a very high volume of emails sometimes. But I'll do my best to help you if I can. And God bless you.